Ladies, 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 I'm here on the show. I'm here on the show with some wrestling news. Episode 17 here of wrestling news. Let's get right into the world of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. First thing I want to talk about is Bayley. She was training for a WWE return ahead of WWE Money in the Bank. Um, Bayley is preparing for a return. The former multi-time women's champion has been preparing for an in-ring return. WWE sources have confirmed the Fightful. Bayley alluded to this on her social media last week, but WWE sources did confirm with Fightful that she's been in the ring working on return to action. As to now, how she's been preparing or a timetable, we're not sure. On July 1st, Bayley posted a video on her Instagram showing the WWE Performance Center. You can see on her Instagram. The same WWE sources indicated that as of Friday night, Bayley was not in Las Vegas for WWE Money in the Bank. However, a significant portion of the roster hadn't made it by then, as they had to perform at SmackDown. The way that the WWE sources had framed it to Fightful seemed to be to temper expectations of those that were expecting her in Las Vegas. So, Bayley was pretty much preparing for a return shortly. I don't know when it will happen. I knew it was gonna happen at Money in the Bank. Um, it's gonna happen soon. I just don't know when. Maybe like after SummerSlam, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, let's get to our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so next thing we're gonna talk about is Tony Khan. He provided an update on Adam Cole and Kenny Omega's injuries. AEW's hit with the injury bug right now, as the likes of Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, Adam Cole, and Kenny Omega are all sidelined. Punk did not relinquish his AEW championship upon announcing his injury and will unify the belts with the interim AEW World title, which is currently held by Jon Moxley when he returns. Danielson was forced to miss AEW and NJPW Forbidden Door in the Blood and Guts match while Cole was injured at Forbidden Door. After taking time off following Double or Nothing, Omega has been sidelined since Full Gear 2021. Speaking to Joseph Stanzewski of the New York Post, Khan provided an update on Omega and Cole. I'm always concerned whenever a wrestler has an injury, but in Kenny Omega's case, he carried the load through more injuries than probably anyone I've seen in terms of working through a sustained period where he was limited and still having great matches in the ring, and also doing great box office for the company as a great champion. It's a little bit different because you're dealing with the multiple injuries as opposed to one. I'm optimistic. I don't want to put a timetable on it. I'm still optimistic Kenny's coming back, he said. I think it's going to go well. I think he's going to be okay. I don't know when, and I'm optimistic. Nobody can put themselves in his shoes, but I feel good about it. I'm going to talk to him, too. I know he's been through a lot, but I know he's trying to get back. So Kenny Omega might come back. Omega recently stated that he's done if he suffers another setback. So if he suffers another setback, he's going to retire. You can find his full comments by clicking here. As for Cole, Khan says about his status. He had no contact between Double or Nothing and Forbidden Door. He was on commentary. He had been cleared to wrestle. So now I'm also going to take some time off for him. We had already taken some time, and I'll take some more time to make sure he's right, and wouldn't want him to wrestle until he's feeling 100%. He was feeling 100% going to Forbidden Door. That's how unpredictable these are. It is unknown when Omega and Cole return to the ring. The likes of O'Rourke, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Santana are also on the injury report for AEW. So, and that's the latest updates on Tony Khan's updates on Adam Cole and Kenny Omega. So if Kenny Omega were to suffer another setback, he'd probably retire. Hopefully he doesn't suffer another setback. Hopefully he's fine, he's good, and he can come back. Adam Cole, I think he probably had like a concussion or something, what it looked like. So, yeah, that's the latest updates on Adam Cole and Kenny Omega. So let's get to the next thing, ladies and gentlemen. So we're quickly going to go over the AEW viewership from July 7th, AEW Dynamite. From last night's AEW show. Viewership numbers for the July 6th episode of AEW Dynamite are in. According to Showbuzz Daily, AEW Dynamite on July 6th, which was headlined by an AEW World Championship match between Jon Moxley and Brody King, drew 979,000 viewers. The numbers then from last week's Blood and Guts episode, which drew 1,023 viewers. The show posted 0.36 in the 1849 demographic, which is the same rating that the show posted last week, and it ranked number 1 on cable for the third week in a row. The viewership was slightly down, but and the demo rating was still the same, and the viewers still holding consistent near 1,000. So good ratings there for AEW Dynamite. So let's get to the next thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at these articles. I'm thoughtful. That's why I'm pausing the video. But this thing I don't have to talk about. Look at an article about it. Pat McAfee signed a multi-year extension with WWE. So it's a multi-year. Pat McAfee's really great on commentary. Him and Michael Cole, he's really rejuvenated Michael Cole's career. You can even see him laughing sometimes, breaking character. Pat McAfee's also had some good matches down in NXT when he had that feud with Adam Cole. He had a really good match at WrestleMania with Austin Theory. So glad Pat McAfee's back, ladies and gentlemen, for the next few years on commentary, and sometimes we'll sometimes wrestle at the big show. So congratulations, Mr. Pat McAfee. So let's get to the next thing I want to talk about is Sasha Banks and Naomi. They were removed. They were removed from the WWE internal roster. This came out today, I believe, from PW Insider. The latest on Sasha Banks and Naomi. According to Mike Johnson at PW Insider, Sasha Banks and Naomi have been removed from the internal WWE roster. It has not been officially confirmed that they've been released from their contracts. Both women are still listed as active superstars on the WWE.com roster page. It was back on June 15th that Raj Giri reported that Banks had been released. There was no confirmation from WWE or Banks that was the case. They were, you know what they were suspended for? They walked out. They walked into the WWE Talent Relations, what was John Laurinaitis, and they, with their suitcases in hand, placed the championship belts, walked out. So yeah. So basically, they've been removed from the internal roster. They're still listed as active superstars on WWE.com, but yeah, they're gonna leave. It's just, at this point, we know they're gonna leave. Well, I don't know about Naomi. She might stay, but Sasha's not coming back. She's gonna go to a different wrestling company. She might even go to AEW. And WWE should be scared, because this is one of the biggest mistakes they're making. Letting one of their best female wrestlers go. It's just right now I cannot really give a shit about the women's division. I only really care about Liv Morgan, really. I mean, Bianca's fine, but other than that, there's nobody else really to care about. But yeah, next thing I want to talk about is more viewership ratings and for NXT for their Great American Bash special on July 5th. The ratings are in. According to Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, NXT Great American Bash on July 5th drew 590,000 viewers. It's up from 570,000 viewers the show during June 28th. The viewership is obviously down from last year's Great American Bash special, which drew 654,000. The 1849 demographic was up slightly, 0.12, which is up from the 0.11 the show drew the previous Tuesday. So they're up about 20,000 viewers. So that's alright. I mean, it's decent, I guess. Yeah, there's one last thing I want to talk about. WWE Board of Directors member Connor Shale resigned from his position. So it's one less WWE Board of Director member to worry about. A member of the WWE Board of Directors has stepped down in a SEC filing on July 6th. It was revealed that Connor Shale has resigned from his position on the WWE Board of Directors. The resignation is due to an increased slate of responsibilities resulting from his new expanded role, the newly formed the North Road Company. Shale was elected to the Board of Directors on June 1st, 2021, alongside Nick Khan and Steve Coonan. The WWE Board of Directors, they're currently investigating the Hush Act, stuff. So that's one less WWE Board of Director member to worry about. So yeah, that's really up to say about that. There's not really much else you can say about it. But yeah, that's all the wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen. That's all to say for this video. Until next time, I thank you for watching.